Yeah, it's the new PB of... Let's just get it started. So like... was an offline one I did last night, I think. Which... it ended up PBing. And I think I'm happy with it, but you'll just have to see how it goes. The King's Pass is pretty standardized, just poke the jinky, avoid the janky. And then you go for a jump here, jump. Up slash the spikes, and pretty much done. This is world record pace by this point. That's one of the fastest King's Passes I've ever had, by the way, on this patch. I've had like 150 on 11.14, but the spikes lagging and the inventory lag makes it almost impossible. But in JR and Fury. So we're starting off ahead, which is really good. So right off the bat we know this run is gonna go well with drop off here, transition storage. That much jumping as you do. There's not really a lot to comment on in early game. We mostly have I don't really remember everything that happened early game even. I remember I don't think I got hit here. I might have. Oh, it was close on that course, so that was it. Buy the map from Cornflakes and leave the room. It's barely noticeable, but when I leave the room there I actually delay a tiny bit just so I will be able to get rid of the map in this room. It's extremely tiny but very convenient for, you know, being able to see. If someone has slightly slower loads than me, they could probably do without the light, but I have incredibly fast loads even with the extender. So we have to do some weird shit. By the way, hello Chiquiti, Electro, Peak and Sikena. Early game is pretty much just heading to Falls Night now, as you do. I think I got statue pogo on this one, yeah. I went back to doing statue pogo because it's just very convenient. Saves a lot of time. He breaks the door. Jennifer was playing nice. Can you actually hear the game audio? Because I can't actually hear it right now due to the projector I'm using. You can hear it? Good. That's up here, so I have to walk into False Night. I think he jumps right, yeah. It's fine. Yeah, I missed a swing, so I had to do an extra. Luckily you have enough time to do an extra hit. Unless you're on 1028, because Fury only buffs the damage by 1.5 there. So you have to do 9 hits to stagger him if with Fury there. And that's False Knight down. I jump early. Because I was expecting it to open earlier for some reason. I do not know why. And then I make a monumental mistake in the VS room here. You will be able to tell. But like, I'm still not confident in the interaction storage, so I just do focus for on inventory storage. And then I only swing 3 times. I'm supposed to swing 4 times for the setup, but it's still a save time overall, so can't really complain. That could have been like almost 3 seconds ahead. Do the fireball thing, turn around and jump, so you don't accidentally do turn around again so it becomes a wiggle which advances it. We don't want that, because then you lose the float. The happening, just... yeah. That's because I used the heal during the Vengeful Spirit animation. The game gets really confused by it, and here I mess up really bad. I don't know what I was on there. For some reason I decided to just continue here. I knew I could still PB by a bit. Which... yeah, basically the happening is like the camera gets really confused. And it just... another float here, by the way. We didn't actually know if it was... like, at first it was just a shit post thing we did, because it looked stupid. And then I realized that, hey, if we do that and use the float strat that's inconsistent normally, it becomes consistent because the grosses can't move. Because normally the float strat is very inconsistent due to the grosses just being in the way. I'll pass. The green path is pretty standard, just cancel the float here. I don't know if I got hit by... yeah, I got hit there. That's like the main thing I have brought to the table in this category. At least until we do dash first, which still not entirely sure if it's not optimal. It might be. You never know. Sliding float. Here you have to stop a tiny bit before the ledge, so the knight has time to do the entire turnaround animation. I noticed that Slow was practicing last night and stopped way too close to the ledge, so it kept the slow fall. Map walk, you have to stop a tiny bit to do it. This is probably one of the faster Hornet fights I've ever had. You know how fast that Hornet fight was? Fast enough to net me a gold. It's still not as good as Rhino Feeder, who got a 14-second fight without Fury. Did you hear about that? I don't know if anyone has told you about that. And we did a standard bench storage there. Alright, see you in a bit. Transition storage, so I can do dash storage over here. I don't know if I messed this room up, I don't think so. I had one run last night where this room went absolutely awful. 14-second fight with VS, that's what Rhino Feeder got. He didn't have Fury though. Which is why a 14-second fight is very good. Which is what Rhino Feeder got. You can ask people about it. They will tell you stories about how Rhino Feeder... Hardfall? Yes. Yeah, Rhino Feeder, when he got the 14-second horn fight, it's written in legend. Anyway, this is just normal in the standards of NMMS movement here. I almost got the hit less, but I'm not good at it. A fight with both Fury and VS is faster than either, and just VS and no Fury is faster than just Fury. VS does a lot more than Fury, believe it or not. Just the drop around the acid pool there. That's always a sketchy part of the run. I remember, I think I cut it really close there. You can't really check in hindsight if I was close to it or not, but I think I was. Well, yeah. The dash storage hitting the ledge, because an optimal movement in this room is pretty cool now. This is like some of my favorite movement in the game here. It's very easy on 10.8, and this is just uncomfortable because you gain a lot of speed instantly. So you're almost on top of the acid by the time you... Like, yeah, you get it. Mantis Claw control, like an NMG runner. That's really the main reason I think that 1221 is more fun for NMG. There's more small tricks like Mantis Claw control. Transition storage in this room to drop a bit faster. I think I hit the ledge here. Yeah, so I can do this. Transition storage into here, mostly so I can close the inventory of the Dash Master, which lets me skip the pickup animation. And with 9.6 I had a Dash Master. That is pretty lit. It's a bit inconvenient here on 11.14 because we can't do the really good normal menu storage tech that exists on 10.28. And it also doesn't have the insanely broken room jobs of current patch. I thought about doing the optimal dashes here, but it's very, very nerve-breaking. So I didn't. How was I calling you out now? I haven't even said your name. So, Crossmother went very well. Pika. Is Pika calling you out? Are then okay? And I missed the walking storage. Still gather some soul, get the float. Small tip, as soon as you have pressed confirm on that text box you can leave. It will just give you Shaman Stone during the load then. Okej, jag antar att jag ska prata svenska. Så här så gör vi en neråt dash och öppnar inventoriet på en specifik bildruta, vilket görs luftgång. Jag vet inte hur jag skulle beskriva det. Sen här, spaken, luftgång, hopp. Det här är hemskt. Ja, jag håller med. Jag kommer fortsätta tills vi kommer till drömnålen. Specifik hopp där och det var en massa text nu. Jag antar att Nelan gillar drömnålen. Det är på grund av det här vi inte kan översätta det här spelet till svenska för det skulle vara hemskt. Drömnålen. Ska gå in i blås Discord-kanal och säga det. Ja. Luftgång på den där plattformen där. Och sen bara vanliga. Och där är drömnålen. So we can go back to English. Yes, it means dream in hell. Anyway, since I don't have full soul here, I can close with the focus button and get the free sea escape. I don't think it's possible to mess up sea escape if you do that properly. Though I could be proven wrong. Shoutouts to Schlebby. Oops, here I messed up the thingy. I was supposed to turn around during an animation. And overcharmment. And 2, 3, 4, 5, jump and dash, pause, dash storage. It's pretty standard. Here we go to kill the ex-SRC mod who's no longer even in the Discord. Get hit once. And he's dead. Email cancel since we're on a good patch. Specific jumps to set up so that happens right before the load ends. You can't actually tell it, but there's a tiny bit before the visual. Shade cloak is 2%. I do get it, but it's at the very end of the run. Since it's kinda useless in normal menu storage. Unless you're playing a current patch and need to kill trait a lot. And I mess up here because I forgot that guy is very slightly taller. That one just drops on the elevator. Slow did ask if the bench float here is optimal. This is not actually optimal. Optimally you would do a ton of pogo dashes across the spikes here. But this is not 1.5, so I'm not going to do that. You could not pay me to pogo dash those spikes in this patch. Anyway, heading over towards Sanctum. Hey, backrolls exist on this patch. Quick inventory storage, 1, 2, 3, 4 dashes, jump, Amogus, dash. I do use the Amogus popping up as a visual indicator for when to dash there. Don't question it. I ended up low on soul because I messed up a float. I got the inventory storage on lamb, make sure to sell, and then leave the room. Everyone's favorite glitch. I think I messed this up once. Yeah, I didn't get the right positioning. If you're landing 100% and struggle with this elevator storage, just do it on the right side. It's way easier. Anyway, I'm losing some time on this grub. Messed up the wall jump. Oh yeah, Alan got a sword for being Swedish. It's a perk. 1, 2, 3, 4. There I knew I got good RNG, so I just went for... I kept messing that up somehow, Jenko. So I started doing this instead. By the way, here is the fabled... Well, not amazing, but... acceptable Jade Zone, which has only been heard of in Legends. That save there with the dashing down, I got that from Cryfam's Any Percent NMMS tutorial, which shoutouts to Cryfam for being an absolute legend when it comes to no main menu storage stuff. Even though there's mostly just 1028, a lot of it carries over. Yeah, I don't go for it as the standard thing I try to do, but if I mess up on the first timing, it's good to have. Yes, the bench float, King's Pass. It's... When I first learned this category, we used to do like get bench storage from talking to Elderbug and then cancelling the bench in Dirtmouth, which I don't know why we didn't just think of doing the stag one. To be fair, there's a lot of those we just didn't think of somehow. There I messed up the jump, so that ended up a bit awkward. Up slash that guy makes him instantly turn around. There I noticed he was close enough to get an extra hit on. With an interaction storage on Mato. I think this is Mato at least. I do this before the load, because otherwise the timer will run at some weird thing during the load, which I had a lot of trouble with. And also you can fall out of bounds if you mess it up. It's very uncomfortable. Technically, if you fall out of bounds, you could very easily just save quit. It would lose like 5 seconds. But it's still inconvenient. It is Mato. Okay. So how we're doing the gobs. If you need to go get a drink, then this would be an opportune time, because I think I messed up the first gob here. There I wait after getting the soul to make sure he doesn't teleport. Do you get Pure Nail? Yes. I get Pure Nail in this run. Every nail upgrade is a percentage, I think. Which is why low percent can't get nail upgrades. I dupe the Grobfather Palor at the very end of the run. Because it turns out you can just dupe it. I don't know why we didn't think of that. It's very fast to dupe it. And we were just duping the no score with the dreamgate. The grub for the payload is actually so fast to dupe, so we don't even get the no score anymore. You'll see that. I think we get color 2 payload, seer, and then just 4 of the grub for the ore. Because, spoilers, it takes an eternity to wait for the Nosk gate to open after it dies. Is that? I'm not gonna worry myself about the pronouns of Nosk. Yeah, and you need to pick up the color 2 one because it need color 3 won't unlock unless you pick it up. Technically, you could dupe the color 2 ore by just inventory storaging it and then doing color 2 again. But that would be a 2-minute dupe, which not really appealing. That technically might also make it so you could dupe the charm notch from color 1 if you really wanted to. I think the color 1 charm notch might be dupable on like 1028 and some early patches. But you'd have to do color 1 for each dupe, because you would have to just somehow get out without advancing the animations, which could be difficult. But you could just save quit, yeah. Never mind. Generally duping charm notches on 1028 is extremely weird. We didn't have an easily dupable charm notch until 1.2. How do you dupe? The easiest way might just be getting an inventory storage and then picking it up and closing inventory. On current patch you would have to do C dash, like map C dash map, hold C dash, open inventory and then release C dash. You have control with the inventory open. That might be the easiest way to do that. You do map inv map. What? You can do that? Oh, I'm stupid. I thought you had to like... Oh, whatever. That was... Next you're gonna tell me you can get inventory storage with Dreamnail. That might be useful for low percent NMMS when I run that eventually. By the way, thanks for relisting that video, Jenker. It's gonna be very helpful to have like a video to watch of it. Oh, I think this is the last goal, by the way. Dreamnail storage. I know it just locks you out of Dreamnail for the most part when you try it. Thanks for the follow, El Primo. Yeah, here's the last goal. I got a bit lucky there because... Yeah, I'm too lazy to actually do the Dreamnail cancel, so I just use an inventory storage to cancel it. Enter the hut to get rid of the dupe. Otherwise I would get stuck when I enter Stagnest and jump up here. Yeah, my goal is sub 140, but did I get sub 140? Yeah. No worries, I'll have one available soon. Well, soon, you know, when I get around to it. You know how I am with just running random ass categories. I'm gonna run all the skills glitched in the near future. Yeah, I inventory storage for safety because I have messed that. Like, I have no reason to mess it up. All you have to do is just press Dreamland again right before it hits go up and hold it, and it will just buffer because you have half a second to buffer it. It's as easy to buffer as a pulse input for trainer fly in general. Yeah, I do a lot of inventory storage for safety in general. It's because like the category isn't hyper optimized enough to where I would need to do the hyper optimal interaction storage. When we get to that point I will start doing that, but yeah, Voidheart is probably also faster than getting King Soul at all for, even if we didn't need TE. There we go. Got the dreamgate, by the way. There I had a little brain fart, like... Forgot I needed to unlock the stag for a moment. Inventory drop. Put the dreamgate, wait a tiny bit, open inventory and jump out. For some reason opening inventory in water does not take away your control. I'm not actually sure why. Somebody in chat can probably tell you. Water goes... Oh, that's why I have to hold straight up on the controller. Like, I had issues with that before, which is why I started using the D-pad for those. Here's this arena. I've gotten pretty good at it. You go a bit left here, so this guy spawns to the right. You can dreamland him very fast. And I get this first try, which... That barely ever happens. Weird movement here. So the wiggling of those gets collected at a delay. So I have enough time during this animation to do the dreamgate. We don't like 1028 water, we just transition storage into it. I remember that from, or was it Clawless Shade Cloak when I was running that? Which honestly is just Shade Cloak % at that point. When I went into Blue Lake, I just did a transition storage and fell into the water, just so I could walk on the bottom. No, wait, no. I did a water walk glitch where you are kinda in the water, but you go at walking speed. That's it. Yeah, here we go. Crystal Peak entry takes quite a bit because... Yeah, this is 11.14. We can't just do easy transition storages without benches. And technically I could do bench storage for this, but I would have to find setups for every down dash. Using inventory to stop downwards momentum is very convenient and it makes Blossom jealous. On current patch sometimes you end up standing on the floor, so you have to do like a double tap on the jump button, if I remember correctly. They just line up with the wall and down dash, which just... Oh, we'll widescreen if we dreamgate with no clip. Yeah. That's on every patch with dreamgate. It's technically optimal to collect Voidheart in the widescreen. But it's very uncomfortable. Okay, you dash 5 times and then down dash. Descending Dark is just very convenient to have. The nail slash off the ledge there, because for some reason if you don't do that you can't enter the door there. You like gain height from the ledge somehow. This inventory storage is required though. I don't actually think we would be able to get control of the Descending Dark if we had banished storage. I know it's weird somehow. So we'd probably have to collect the grub first and then break the crystal. Inventory drop here. He's on the right side so I can dreamnail him. Yeah. Ah. And here I mess up the dreamnail drop, so I have to do the nail walk setup, which I'm pretty good at anyway. It's 19 dashes and then you jump. I have messed this up too many times to let it kill my run. The dreamnail drop is amazing. Shout out to Sakana. You just do 5 dashes dreamnail drop and you have the right position for walking storage. I used to be awful at nail walking until I started running some memes that had to do the walking storage at Blue Lake. This guy was very rude, so I'm very careful there with that float input, because if I mess it up I just have no soul and I have to go kill Sean and stuff. And we don't want to kill Sean, we love Sean in this chat. Yeah, the geo immunity is very inconvenient. Here he jumps. Yeah, not the fastest CG2, but it's a CG2. What can you do? Sometimes he just decides that he wants to jump. Where is Sean? I will show you. When I enter this room here, the spiky guy right up there, that's Sean. There's a runner who's really good at getting hit by him. Not gonna call them out because lurkers. Realistically, you should never get hit by Sean because you should always have time to get past him. So just don't go slow, I don't know. Anyway. I don't know. Oh yeah, in my gold here I did interaction storage on the key, which I messed up here. The second C dash. Yeah, kinda, but there's also... It goes through a load, so you know how it is. Here I messed up, so I had to wait. Usually I try to do a down dash there after hitting the water, but I was still high enough to be on the floor that's in the water. You know what I mean. So I just did a normal dash and had to wait. I don't actually think there's any way to hit the bottom load here without having hit the top load. It's 3 dashes, down dash, hold left. You hit the load. That's like the best setup because I'm awful at hitting that load otherwise. 1, 2, 3, 4 dashes, open inventory to scream skip. Inventory scream skip. It's good. I dash too high. Get help from my friend. Good, good. Stop right next to this wall, down dash and hold left. I need to sub to Skitter so I can use it. Open inventory here because I want one hit on the fluke small things. That's probably not optimal actually. You know what's coming. It's never not funny. That Reynolds strat is actually slower than just killing it normally. But it's so funny, so I'm never not gonna do it. Here I'm scared of the spiky guy. I am overcharmed by the way, so... And I need to keep some health for a damage tank on Ogrim. That guy goes to the left. That's gonna cause me some issues later. Gorgeous Husky's now at 9 health I think he ends up at, which is just enough to kill Duper Max. Yeah, I'm very careful because that guy there, I don't want to mess with him. And that's not actually a max kill dupe for that enemy, but it's the most I can get without losing a ton of time to nail slashes and shit, so we deal with that. Start the fight early like this. And here I shot too high, but the flukes landed on me and killed him. When he's completely buried almost, that's when you can release the C-dash. You almost died? Nah, it's fine. I'm for the overcharmed 1 health spike tunnel. I am so good at this game. I practiced that fight after the mistake yesterday. I knew what I was doing. I knew how much health he had. That C-dash there is worth it because the ground at the bottom of that room is extremely uneven and hard to navigate. Early control there lets me get a dash in before it activates. That's not allowed in an MG by the way, so don't even try it. I really doubt that equipping Dash Master before here is faster, since the extra overcharm animation takes so long. But I'm too lazy to actually time it. And if anyone is learning, nobody ever does that by accident. It's never happened ever. Basically, if you cancel the Isthmus thing right as you're in the acid under the ceiling, you will just slowly fall into the acid. And it's a major glitch. By the way, if I open inventory here, I soft lock. I don't want to do that. You wait until the shop menu pops up again, because the shop notch doesn't actually get added to your inventory until the shop menu shows that again. I don't know why. Grossmother, I would call her asshole. That aspid was very much in my way. Delay. Wall-cling storage. That wall-cling storage is a massive loss for current patch stuff. I really like that in 1.12. Like, you could dash into it and do a jump midair. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Ludum Solo. And that guy almost kills me, but it's fine because Gross fucker. Gross motherfucker. And I think I make a pretty big mistake here. By the way, 1, 2 dashes, C dash, down dash, hold left, you always hit the load. It is possible, but it's not NMG legal. And I loved when people used to do it in 112. It was mostly Monster who ran 112 back then, but it was a very nice strat that it kinda died. Jumping out of Walking storage is completely banned from NMG if you are on 1.3 or higher. Here I open inventory at the right time. It was another one I messed up here. But in the next room here, I have slight PTSD from one run last night. Even more PTSD, what am I doing? Oh no. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, that's a pretty big time loss comparatively, like. But I would rather take it than soft locking. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing that too early. I have to do another dream nail. For some reason you just dream nail Broken Vessel and Lost Kin for soul on the earlier patches. That was removed I think in 1.3. Lost Kin. Slightly in the floor, but that's fine. I tried to dreamnail him, but it kinda messed up, so we're stuck like this now. Just have to slash him for so. It's slightly better than getting spell storage on him, because then I just can't do anything. And he's dead. I think we call this like Jedi Knight. And here is a Skate King stream moment. Spell storage is just annoying. Here's a very real gold, by the way. I think I messed this arena up pretty bad in this. Oh, that's a dive storage then. I think I make a pretty massive mistake during the arena itself, and I don't know, I didn't know the backups. I mean, I was worried, so I would let 5brain have some free time save for when he comes back, for the record. That's it. Yeah, bad movement here. For some reason that just misses him. So I have to do some weird shit down there. Yeah, very bad. Yeah, when Python runs it. So he has some free time save on world record. Nah, there's a lot of time save left. I can save like half a minute on raids. Which I think might be a fake gold. I'm not actually sure. Cyclone there. I think it's better to just down dash or something. Realistically, I should probably... What's it called? No, wait, I can't even equip Spell Twister because I don't have it yet. Inventory drop into the acid, down dash, put down the dreamgate. That's gonna be useful later. The main reason I do colors first here is because it is the scariest part of Kingdom's Edge, so I want to have it out of the way. Realistically, it's probably faster to do like... No, wait, yeah. Yeah, it's probably... I don't know. I didn't time it. I don't time shit. I just do runs. I'm not Valigo. Since we don't have invuln, we can't do the movement that pogos that exploding thing. Here it's technically optimal to interaction storage, but I messed that up enough times to... yeah. Yeah, I suck at routing. The only routing changes I've made is just... charge, say dash, dive. That's how you get dive invuln. Dive invuln makes it so I'm invulnerable for the next room I enter, and I lose it once I leave the room, take damage or use a dive again. Or if something that would normally cancel a dive, like a scream animation. So you can't like dive storage into the THK room because he will scream. He always does. Here you wait until I can just pop up. Generally for kill dupe colors, you just wait until cages pop up. It's the most generalizing timing you can use. Kill one, kill dupe. Once one enemy there dies, it will spawn the next cage, and then you want to kill dupe something else as fast as possible. Here you just wait. The reason I keep this thing alive is just so I can kill dupe it. You want to kill something that's not a Vengefly, which will count this phase as over. The game just checks that anything that is not a Vengefly dies. Here you wait for cages, and then I keep 2 of the roly-polies alive so I can kill dupe 1 there, and then 1 without the cages pop up, and color 1 is done. The gross modders you fight in color 1 are technically part of the final wave of the infected grosses, so they count as dead when you kill dupe the last roly-poly there. I think it's technically called an armored balder, but who knows the names of enemies. Color 2 is the scariest color, unironically. See, there's storage, dive. Because at one point the spikes will just randomly seemingly disappear and reappear. This part is just kinda cringe. You have to somehow kill enough of any enemy. There we go. I like kill duping that aspect there because it's very easy to position. Kill dupe that thing. I try to keep 1 enemy I can easily kill dupe alive here later. Since it's needed to do the hoppers fast. Kill 1 hopper right as the big one spawns, which counts that phase as done. Here the game specifically checks that a mimic dies, which is very weird to me. Fun fact about this phase, you can just let the spikes finish it. They are the walking storage, which is a major glitch, so the run is invalid. Just kidding. Kill dupe a lot of enemies here. kill dupe. I think this is the one where I just kill them so early so the blobbles don't even show up on screen. The game just checks that 2 enemies have died after blobbles spawn. And if there are any blobbles left on the screen, they will just leave. Anyway, that's Color 2 done. Nothing screamed. It's weird. I think I just must have killed them at the exact same time. Anyway, here I make a pretty big mistake. That was weird. But I recover. That lost like 7 seconds or something, but I can live with that. I remember Color 3 not being hyper optimal in this run. That's the thing about the dive-in one. If I land in spikes or something like that, I will still take damage, and then it removes the dive-in one, so I'm very careful with that. Bugs, pretty easy. I don't remember if I have... There I killed up one of the armored squids, just in case. Pogo squid and killed you a bit, which is a very good way to line one up. Somehow a frog survived that phase. I don't know how, but it was just a frog left over. Do a few kill dupes to end that phase. Here I shoot flukes weirdly, because I have to kill enemies with a delay optimally. Kill an enemy after Malek spawns, which just advances this phase where I just have to... Yeah, that's essentially what we do here. I just have to wait for this phase to end, by the way. It's like the longest, most boring part of Color 3. So just sit on the invisible wall here. Lag spike. It's more noticeable when I'm playing. Soul twisters are pretty easy to kill here. Here comes the chaos. I think I had some issues with killing the God Tamer. Basically, God Tamer, the beast here, it seems random if it takes damage to flukes or not. Eventually he just pops though. Here I decided to kill this, I don't know the names of them. Are they heavy fools? For some reason I just decided to kill him with the nail. There's some time loss here because I messed up pretty badly earlier, but it's fine. Thanks for the Hydra Jinker. And no clip, yeah. I figured out that no clip is very slightly faster for Hornet 2, just because you don't have to wait for the gate to open. It's also convenient since it's automatic in one, which is very good time. But I did mess up the inventory here, and I'm not gonna soft lock, so... Oops. There we go. And just position myself over that vine, down dash and hold left. And that's how you get to King's Brand. Here I make a mistake because I thought I interacted with it, but I didn't, so I had to do that. I want collision here because I'm gonna get a hard save. Which, it takes a lot of time to get this hard save, but it does save time overall. Believe it or not. There we go. That hard save is really hard to get to trigger, by the way. If you do early control, it won't trigger. Here I do yes clip, which is just letting the animation finish before I leave the water. Cyclone dropper down here. First try room dupe. I was hoping I was gonna get both the offers, but I only got one. Get some extra soul on the aspects. Since I let the animation finish earlier, this doesn't widescreen. If you don't let it finish, you will widescreen there, which it is a bit inconvenient. I messed up a lot there trying to get the floor, but eventually I hit the load anyway. Mark of dice in 2 casts. And I think I waited too long there. I could have done that way earlier. Anyway. I do a lot of safety inventory storages. It actually screws me over later in the run. Shoutouts to Slow for reminding me you can wing inventory to get a tiny bit of height. Here I am very careful. Because if I jump or something, I will just gain height and I won't be able to find the load again. We just fall, slash the gob. This room is just up left from there. In case you ever wondered the exact position. Actually, the room is split on current patch, so it wouldn't be there anyway. Never mind. And it's time for Hive. How does Hive go? You can get a floor there by just jumping at the right height. It's kind of convenient. You can enter this from behind on this patch. Well, with no clip in general. Well, it's because it's either crazy or awful. That's just how Hive is. Dash at a specific time there and see dash from there. Basically, C-dash with no clip, you need to have a floor close by or right below you. Or you won't be able to C-dash. General trip right before those three, and I fucked up. Luckily I'm good at the game. Luckily I'm good at the game. There we go. A bit woosy movement that I've blood, but You can't always win. Hive Blood will actually be a real pain if we ever do Hundo all glitches, because it's very far out of the way compared to everything else in the game. Like, compared to stuff we actually need for Hundo. Here you do 1, 2 dashes, Dream Nail, and C dash. Down dash right at that corner and you will always hit the load. I do 3 dashes before I start going up. Very careful so I get a position that will be floor in here. I messed up gathering soul earlier, so I have to do an extra circle here. Do I know main menu storage? Yes! It's not too hard actually. Just knowing how it's useful is the hard part. Because... oh, right here. Now I do a dash at a specific height, hit the grab jar, and I can see dash. I am just high enough to hit the load from there. Yeah, I'm gonna lose some time to the reroute, which earlier, in the earlier route I would just get 1 mask shot here. But for various reasons I will get 3 mask shots here. I let the first one cancel like normal. I have no clip, so I'm very careful with doing literally anything with control. And let this animation finish before you buy the next one, or it's gonna soft lock you and get the last one. The reason I want to have 2 extra mask shots coming out of there will be evident later. But for now, let's just be happy that I hit the floor there. I've been very bad at that and it's been losing me a ton of time. Grub Crossroads Vengefly is... I think that's Lauren's favorite grub. It's the favorite grub of the 4MS crew. Why is Crossroads? You need to actually finish the wings animation for them to get infected. There I messed up Malik a bit by forgetting I didn't actually have floor, but that's fine. By not having a mask shot animation finished there, I can leave that room extremely early. Get floor up here, C dash, and you will hit the load. As soon as I get a dream, it will still get infected. No floor. Floor. It's very easy to find a floor up here you can see dash from. Which hits this load, goes through this entire room, and hits this load. In this room you're gonna see me be very careful, because I have soft locked in this room before. Yeah. Basically, if hitting a door in no clip is way harder than it may look. You have to be below the door or at the right height of the door. Put the dreamgate here for later. Crossroads not being infected is actually very convenient because the exploding guy down there won't be there. Mess up getting inventory storage and leave the room. Which is why I don't want a full mask upgrade there. Because that would take forever. You want to find a floor up here, you can sea dash off. If you just sea dash from the entrance of that room, you won't hit the load, which ends up being very inconvenient. If you're at the right height there, you can easily get floor there. But I was slightly too high, so I wouldn't hit the load down here. I have to do so a bit of downward. How consistent? If you know when to avoid spikes, it's extremely consistent. You just have to know when the spikes are gonna be an issue. Because the floor spikes can still damage you, and if they do, it will cancel the dive in one. Also, do not dive. I think that's the reason that 5 when originally thought it wasn't good. In here I am slightly careful because I have soft locked in this room. Not fun. I am pretty sure that this spell twister gold is fake. By the way, I probably had a route where I got a full upgrade on the Crossroads Vessel Fragment, which would speed this up a lot. And go down here. This might be the run where I mess up Soulmaster slightly. He probably get stuck in the wall. Did your sub run out just now? No, it couldn't. You just got it the other day. Yeah, this is the run when I mess up Soulmaster, so I have to re-enter the room later. Yeah, he got stuck in the wall there. Slightly unfortunate, but what can you do? You have to be very careful here so he does not get stuck in the wall. If he tries to dive at you in the wall, you just get stuck, but you want him to be in the spikes. Line up next to that wall, dash down, hold left. Easy peasy. 4 dashes, 1, 2, 3, 4. C dash, down dash. All the way down, wings. Try to stop on the floor, mess up, no airwalk. Be high enough to be hidden by the black space, go down low enough to be below the floor, wait for him to start diving and go up here. He's dead. If you want to have really fun, you can meet a second Soul Tyrant. It's generally a good Sanctum, but I lost a lot of time to Soulmaster due to him getting stuck in a wall. And hate white screen Essence collection. Just pretend you're watching a Skate King stream. Back to Crossroads. Down dash. Optimal. I'm just joking, Skate King, but you do have very high brightness. Here I mess up. Get stuck on this ledge. Mess up again. Absolutely no offense, I have massive respect for you as a runner. Yeah. Get control after that, bench. You want to get off the bench manually here, otherwise you will get bench storage with... You don't want bench storage here. Even if it sounds like fun. Good luck showcasing the run, thank you. Dreamnail that guy. Those guys don't actually take pushback from Dreamnail on this patch for some reason. That might just be a pre-1.3 thing. Cheat by using what's it called? Inventory storage. It makes that... It's some break. Fragile strength is very good for like Pantheons. Any combat IL really. Here I mess up, so I have to drop down into acid again to get Dreamnel back. Landing in any liquid does give you all your movement stuff back, like Dreamnel and stuff. If you ever mess up something like that, by the way. Dash / that guy. It's not optimal, but I did it by accident one run and I found it so fun, so I kept doing it. Probably not optimal. Leave the room. Yeah, I don't actually have a setup for hitting this load. I just go by gut feeling. Let Bretta start talking. I think I missed the load first here, so I have to do a wings input to hit it. Get the inventory storage, and here I get the full new mask shard, which I use to the fullest. When that animation ends, I do get control from C-Dash, which I don't want to happen during the run, so I want it to last as long as possible. Which is why I bought all the extra mask shots earlier. Another no clip. I think something went wrong at Mantis Lords in this run. Like nothing massive, but it wasn't the fastest Mantis Lords ever. There I got the airwalk by accident, which I do not want. I want that dash / to cancel the airwalk. Down dash, up hit that one. It doesn't actually matter when you dash right there. As long as you like don't do the full dash animation before you hit the load. Down dash, hold left for a bit, stop, hold left some more, hit the load. Here I got some weird upwards momentum, I think. Yeah. I don't know how that happened. I probably hit some weird ledge. So I lose my airwalk. Which I really wanted. That's fine. I stand on top of these spikes, which forces her to spawn over there. So I can kill the Dupe very easily. And mask shot. I have splits for all the mask shots just so I know when to quit out. You know the rule, when it splits you quit. Nail lots of spells. Spells are very easy because you just get them the moment. Well, not the dark ones. Yeah, but the base spells you just get the moment you touch them. Here I down dash too early, so I have to wings up to the load. Inventory. Say dash off this platform. Always hits this load. Yeah, the dock is... Get the grab. You want to get the airwalk on this thing. There we go. I don't even get Desolate Dive. I just have D-Dog for... Getting D-Dog removes the percentage for having Desolate Dive and adds 2 percentages. But if you never had Desolate Die before, it just keeps the percentages for the dark. Open the inventory at the right time, get the airwalk. Spore Shroom is very good, specifically against THK, specifically on 1.4. No, that's a lie. It's also good on Great Husk Sentries. This is a very tall room, so I have to... It takes a long time to drop it all the way down. I missed the load at first, but then I hit it. I put the dreamgate here for some reason. I'm not actually sure why. Basically, on 1.432, well, any 1.3 or 1.4 patch, Spore Shroom will deal damage to every part of THK. So every Spore Shroom use will deal like 100 damage to him. Yeah, it's actually insane. Funny thing, you can use... if you use Defender's Quest Fluke Nest to get the stinky flukes, you know, it also does that. Because it's the same effect cloud thing. Cyclone drop here. Also gets a hit on that guy. I think I mess up pretty bad at Gale in here. Basically, if you ever watched the All Achievements run, I did that. It's the only reason I kept running on 1.4, because I really wanted to do that. Stand slightly too far away to Dream Nail, very important. Here I make a big mistake. I forget you can't Dream Nail here. So I'm just stuck. So I have to save crit. It would have probably been faster to leave the room, but... It's funny because even on 1.4, Pure Vessel doesn't take any damage to Spore Shroom. This is like the one of the bigger mistakes of the run, by the way, messing this up. Technically 1568 has a lot of glitches. It's a very broken patch, I wouldn't even consider it legit. Here I go for a swag movement. In 1568 they tried to fix strength would apply to Nilots, but they completely broke how it works, so it doesn't work at all. Remove Fluke Nest. Denial. Keep looking up, turn around and bench. That's how you get bench storage really fast. .1575 has elevator storage. It was removed in 1578. 1568 is a real patch. I don't know why they even released it, but it's real. Yes, Nosk. I think Nosk goes kinda poorly, but it's not the worst Nosk I ever had anyway. I think he goes into the ceiling once. Oh. Yeah, into the ceiling. You can't actually do anything when he's in the ceiling on this patch. Just wait for him. Here's the thing with Nosk on this patch, it doesn't actually take damage to flukes, so I have to actually fight it. Nosk is the main thing, the main part of the run when I really miss 1028, because on 1028 you can just kill him during the scream if you do it right. Yeah, Dream now to get a lot of soul really quick. Line up here and down dash hold left. Apparently he just put a dreamgate in the wall there and the knight will get pushed out when he spawns later, but I didn't know that, so... Be dark. Fighting Umu is slow. We just go down here. I don't actually mash that text too much, I don't... It's like in no hurry to mash it. Since I have to wait for Umu to break anyway. It's not actually Umu skip because I still have to kill Umu due to it being a percentage. And killed you. Mess up. Dreamnell Quarrel. And then Dreamnell Monomon. Cyclone Dreamers is absolutely hilarious. I don't know why they would remove that. And I have to save quit there or I will get widescreened after the Dreamer. Quarrel is absolutely hilarious at times. It's so useful for glitches, sometimes for no reason. Like, he's not supposed to be funny, but he is. Look at the potential time save on this split. Wonder what happened. Yeah, this gold is fake. It's from a part of the route when you used to get no clip from that acid pool that we use for emulator. I mean from Monomon. But we get no clip, yeah. So I think this is actually a fake gold, but I can still save a lot of time on it. Just... because all dream is being after C-dash. Yeah, 1028 you can just very easily just insta-kill dreamers with C-dash. It's actually hilarious. Yeah, but setting up the C-dash kill takes a lot of time, and I'm not very good at it. Here I down dash, So I hit the mask shot and hit it from below. Because I want to get floor over here, and it's hard to get if you hit the mask shot from above. Yes, I have a lot of weird setups like that. Yay! I have to remember to like do the early control with the transition storage for all the dreamers when I do 1028 stuff. It's important that you go to the wrong stag sometimes. Okay. I don't have a setup for this, so I just go by gut feeling. I think I missed the load here by a tiny bit. So I have to go back up and hit it. I used to have a setup to go through this room first, but I kind of forgot it, so I just dash now. Use wings and inventory to get floor real easily, and you can leave. Nah, it was fine. No floor for me. Here I have to be really careful so I don't hit the... Wait, the Grim Troop doesn't exist on this patch. Break the grub jar, fall down where the chest is so you get to see what's going on here. Yeah, at least it's not like the hidden station load on 1028, which the load is still there, but it crashes the game if you enter it. And here I accidentally hit the gate a few times. I don't know what I hit with the nail there, but it was a wall. Break the grub jar. Line up next to this wall, down dash hold left. Here's a tip for us, this acid stuff here. Even if you miss it, you can just wings and go back up and enter it from below. It's very nice if when you do this part of the run in no clip. Yeah, I don't hold left entirely because then I would hit that acid pool and I won't. Yeah, there we go. Got the floor. Got the charm. Without. So when you go through that room, it's no worries if you miss the acid pool, like going down, because you just wings back up and hit it. This invuln is probably very much not worth it. But I still do it just for safety. Here's a very easy soul to get, just dreaming that thing. Unrelated to the actual run, but you cannot kill Dupe a Fool Eater. You're a Dream Knell. I mean Dreamgate during the animation. I messed it up a tiny bit, so I got a lot of time during the animation there. I need, come on. There we go. I am so bad at C-dash inventory storage sometimes. I did have souls, I could have just done focus, but you know. Hindsight is 2020. Fall down here. Gotta live sometime, save for Python. That was supposed to be a right test. That's the first accidental down dash of the run. I got pretty far, didn't I? You can't call me bad for that. I got the whole hour in without accidentally down dashing. Here's a small tip for this room. Just let the knight hit the ceiling, dash, pogo, dash. This dupe, I am so unused to this dupe, so I just messed it up. Like, it takes a lot for me to mess up a dupe that badly, but I got it second try. This is a showcase of a run I did last night. Dreamgating, by the way, completely removes a room dupe on this patch. Unlike current patch. Don't question it. You should still Simo it when I reach THK, just for fun. No ice is pretty standard. Do I do the Dreamnet drop here? Yeah, but I messed it up once, so it's not worth it. I'm still never gonna not do it. Since this is not a master upgrade, I don't have to wait here. This is pre-recorded, yeah. This is a run I did last night after stream. I don't know what I was doing there. Probably just considering my life choices. I am very careful to not be going downwards there, because I can very easily hit the acid during the load, and I don't want that, because then you get air swim, and air swim is very annoying to deal with. Get grounded state on this thing. Now these glitches are kinda easy. This is just me going through the motion of stuff I've done a lot of times. Who needs Shady Cloak to fight the traitor lord? Silly. Accidentally killed you. Traitor lord. And boom. Here I am very far left, and I will miss the load down here by quite a lot. Luckily I have wings. I'm a bit low on soul compared to what I really want here, so I have to Hit. Still using the Valley Dreamland timing. I am way too high up here, so I have to leave the room and re-enter. One, two, three. Put it in better. Momu just goes down. So I think every Dream Warrior just dies in 2 flukes on this patch. Free the gob. $144. Which is a lot compared to like even on 1221 where they just deal 112. Walk into that devout to get downwards momentum. Since devouts have the whole solid hitbox that always push you down, it still affects you in no clip. When I was first learning all bosses, I think I did have a lot. Yeah, on current patch they can do a lot, but they were very fair and balanced. I agree. 7 dashes, start jumping. Get stuck on some slope somewhere. You figured it out eventually. And you're at Hera. There's a cool, very accurate video about flukes. And there's no inaccuracies in that video whatsoever. Mostly accurate. It mostly misses out on 1.0 stuff because flukes could still kill dupe on 1.0. Here I need a lot of soul, and for some reason I say dash despite it not being optimal. That's not a say dash custom. It's a C-dash, Lebby. It's supposed to C-dash. Anyway. Since I'm about to do flower quest, I want to have D-gate in one. It makes flower quest very much easier. Inventory screen skip is never NMG, ever. The moment you talk with Seer, she already counts as departed, so you don't actually have to finish the text box. Flower quest is very scary in this because I'm just shit posting, by the way. I'm gonna cheese it. Not just in one, I'm actually gonna teleport to Queen's Garden with the flower. Even though Dreamgate is supposed to break the flower. Now imagine that. Just Dreamgate, and then after the Dreamgate activates, you accept the flower. Doing it like that just doesn't break the flower at all. Get invuln again. Put down the flower. That's flower quest done. That's why we do Salubra so early, by the way. Yes, because we don't go back there during flower quest. Just wait and inventory drop on the mask shard and dreamgate. The mask shard technically gives you float, but the mask shard animation ends during the load here, so it removes the float again. I think I make a pretty funny mistake here. I closed the inventory way too early, so I have to redo the inventory stuff. Anyway, we go to basin now. Tiny jump, C dash to low sidewalk, and we're going down. Line up with the wall and hit the load. I'm supposed to hit left again slightly earlier, so I hit the load higher up, but you can't always win. Down dash. If you just go straight down, you will actually miss that load, so you have got to go a tiny bit to the right. In this room, just hold left until you can just dash to hit the load here. Turn around. Fun fact about the Lifeblood Core room door. There's actually a solid wall behind the load. Like, I don't know why Team Sherry put a solid wall behind that load. It makes it very inconvenient for anything but no clip to get into there. Anyway, we're in Abyss again because we left the dreamgate here. I think I make a pretty big mistake here. Yeah, this is it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. There we go. Inventory storage. Dream nail. I have to wait here because you have to be low enough down to actually collect Shriek. There we go. Woke Knight. The Knight is just gonna look like this until Shade Cloak, by the way. The reason I wanted invuln was mainly so I can put a Dreamgate here. Yeah, if you're any higher than that floor, you won't obtain Abyss Shriek. So you have to wait at that position. The game is just stuck waiting for you to be low enough to obtain it. It's weird. 2, 3, 4, 5, down dash. Get stuck on the wall. If you inventory drop into this pool, you get control. Yeah, I messed up. Normally I'm supposed to get airwalk there, but I didn't hold left enough to reach the floor. I think I hit a tiny slope here somewhere. Because I was... yeah, there I go. But generally just want to ascend here. I put the Dreamgate slightly into the air, so it instantly loses my airwalk. And then go into birthplace. Going up there once and going all the way back down is slightly faster than dreamgating for no clip twice. Which I think Slow did for like 1 run and 5B they routed in. You saw that wings animation there? It actually got cancelled 5 frames after it started. Which means the next time I use wings it's gonna be a floaty jump. And floaty jumps are very fun in no clip. So I want to get rid of that somehow. Because I don't want that to happen like later. So I just do a wing jump now. And it just sends the knight upwards. And I can't stop him. Thanks for the raid, shoe. Here I actually get the quit out while it's completely black. So you can't see the quit out screen. But I do it there. It's actually technically optimal to quit out like that in true ending as well, but then you have to navigate the menu, which is very annoying. Anyway, dreamgate. What were you doing today, Screwmashu? I don't know. Oh yeah, I need them for dive. That's why I do hit star. I need one more hit to do a dive. Luckily there's an enemy here I can get some soul off. Just playing worse than usual. That's a mood. This scrub here didn't split. I went back and to check why it didn't split later, and for some reason that scrub still had the base in ore split. Despite me not doing it last run. So I don't know why that had that auto split. Whatever. Anyway. Hidden station is the best way to leave base in, so I'm gonna use it. Small tip for anyone who for some reason goes through that load as Cyclone but doesn't have any soul. You can charge a Cyclone during the load a bit, stop a bit before the wall and have the Cyclone fully charged. It's a nice time save. It goes for like all skills. I don't know if 112 gets Cyclone later. But there's a lot of smaller categories that has it like that. Or you might not get sub 140, we'll see. It's never guaranteed. I put the I put the dreamgate a bit to the left there. Usually I put it way further to the right, but I kind of forgot to stop the C dash and yeah. There you do a tiny jump and dash to get on the right height for the bench. If you're too low, you just clip out of bounds when you bench, which you don't want that. I think I messed this room dupe up at least like once or twice. This is a very tight room dupe. There we go. Lure those guys over so you can dream nail them for some easy soul. Hit the elevator back down so I can use it later. And here we go. Technically I could just use a D-Dock and then a Flux on each of them, but I'm not smart. I think I fuck up the... Yeah, I did fuck it up there, but luckily I got it in the next room, so... In one Watcher Knight, yay. It's not very exciting. I did check it, and the elevator on that first one is not worth it, but the second one somehow is. Don't question it. And that's Watcher Knight dead. We didn't get to see any back rolls, but they can back roll if they want to. The Watcher Knight I killed there technically counts as like 7 of them dead, and the game just checks for if 6 of them have died. Yeah, you need a percentage from Watchers. You saw back roll. Good. Then we had one. And then we absorb Lurian. On this one, I don't actually do the crit out strat, which means you get to see that the masks only disappear in this cutscene if you don't do the crit out thing. So yeah. It looks like I only killed one dreamer, but all 3 of them are dead, and they will be gone from the black egg when I get there. Here I am actually a bit cautious, but because I think I have too little geo. But that's just because I bought the mask shots earlier, so really I have too much geo now. Some nice movement that someone posted in the 112 chat a bit back. By the way, that Great Husk Sentry thing, if you are low on geo, you can just kill Duke the last Great Husk Sentry there. That's the C-dash custom. But if you try to C-dash, you will probably end up storing it by closing the text box. So... Yeah, I did something funny. I used the ending of the first cutscene to get control during the second cutscene here. Which means I can open this. It's very funky. I have control now. I can just leave after buying that. General rule of thumb is that for charms, as soon as you have pressed confirm, you already have it. It blows heavily. This is a tragedy in this next room here. Like, I get airwalk, so and then I get hit into the load here. So now I have to try to... Oh, and I have gotten hit again. That was so sad. Anyway, crop time. Here I double checked the charms and the rest of the inventory, so I have everything. I'm missing a mask, but that's just because I haven't gotten this mask shot yet. While waiting here, I also counted the 31st thing he drops, which is the pale ore. This is the rancid egg, I think. Then he drops a Hollow Nest Seal. I think that's a My Secret Skill that has that emote. The next thing he drops here is the Hollow Nest Seal, yeah. That's a Hollow Nest Seal. Yeah. Then I think the next shiny thing he drops is the Pale Ore, which I do not want to pick up yet. I'm very careful when it drops. Yeah, that's the Pale Ore. I'm not gonna pick that up, because I want to dupe it later. Yeah, if you get Void Heart without having King Sword, it counts as the percentage being obtained, but it doesn't show up in the inventory. Oh, I have Compass. I bought it right before Bretta. God. Like, functionally, it's completely there. That's Grobify Elegy, inventory storage, close. Cancel the pickup animation. Do not see dash out. That will complete the pickup animation. 2. The ones next to Hive Blood were Grub Song and Grobify's Elegy. And I have 6 Pale Ores now. This is when I check the geo count and realize, oh, I got way too much. But there's no such thing as too much geo, so... Come on. This is not a necessary invuln, but I do want to do this full C-dash. Hi, Lamb. By the way, anyone want to guess the fate of the Nailsmith? Yeah, you piss off CC by doing this movement wrong. It's not too much time loss.
Garadep. Vendasu. Jonsha. Garadep. Vendasu.
Okay, I'll get the inventory storage.
Jonsha. Garadel. Vendasu.
And as soon as you have accepted it here, you can close inventory to have control. And dash slash. Replace dash master with quick slash, and it's time for the final boss. I think I mess up the storages here when I enter the black egg a tiny bit, because I have a lot of nerves here. There we go. I almost did the one that Python lacks. And best part of all, no infinite load. I do a lot of turnaround name slashes here, because I can. They accidentally fluked. It was supposed to not be a fluke, but you know, whatever. Flukes do not damage THK on this patch, so I can't really use them. Yeah, it has RNG ticks, but I am careful not to spam it. They damage THK on 11:16 up to 12:21. Yeah. And they are very broken because they just deal full damage to him during both the self-stab and the parry. Which nothing is supposed to be damaging him fully done. I am like... a bit of a slow phase 1. But it guarantees an insta-kill on phase 2, so... You can't over-damage the Radiance, so... the fight is already done. You will notice me here. I started taking it very carefully. Still not gonna not on the plat. And then the final slashes on the Radiance. You know how this goes. I mash a lot when I'm excited. The 2-tick shriek is awful. I'm so glad that... what was the patch? 1.4 fixed that. That's one of the good changes in Godmaster. And I did skip the entire ending cutscene. You can do that on this patch. Did I see some alert? Somebody went team to name a split. Yeah, sure. Just cap. I would rather die than play this patch at 50 FPS. Okay, what do you want me to rename? I'm gonna screenshot that so I remember to do that after stream. I will probably just keep these split names for Hundo AG whenever we write that. Gonna send them to myself. Why did you Simo this? This is pre-recorded. Well. I think the next category I'm running is what's it called? Alt skills, no main menu storage. So I'm so sorry for anyone who's enjoying the good night chat, but give it to speedrun.com. Wait a moment, I think I say something after the percentage in the recording. Fuck yeah. There it is. That's part of the recording, by the way. It's over there.